ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीम्
पंचदशीं
कैवल्यपदसिद्धये
कैवल्यपदसिद्धये
इत्थं वाक्यैस्तदर्थानुसन्धानं श्रवणं भवेत्।
वाक्यैस्तदर्थानुसन्धानं श्रवणं भवेत्।
युक्त्या सम्भावितत्वानुसन्धानं मननं तु तत्।
युक्त्या सम्भावितत्वानुसन्धानं मननं तत्।
ताभ्या निर्विचिकित्सेऽर्थे चेतसस्तापितस्य यत् एकतानत्वमेतद्धि निदिध्यासनमुच्यते।
निदिध्यासनमुच्यते।
Tattva Viveka Prakaranam up to this shloka number 54 we have seen. Acharya Vidyaranya Muni has defined Shravanam as Vakyartha Anusandhanam. Shruti Vakyartha. Shruti Vakyam is Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi Vakya. Tattvamasi Vakyam. Tatparyam of Shruti. Tatparyam of Shruti is lies in the Mahavakya. Shruti has got many Vakyams, many sentences. But what is the Tatparyam of the Shruti? What is the teaching of the Shruti? Is Aikyam. Mahavakyam, which conveys Aikyam, and the Artha, the meaning, the message, the teaching, what is conveyed by the Mahavakya, for which only all the other Vakyas are supporting Vakyas. They are the Prakriya Vakyas, different Prakriya, Srishti Prakriya, Astatare Prakriya, Panchakosha Prakriya, Viveka Prakriya, and another important Prakriya, Karya Karana Prakriya, different Prakriyas. All the other Vakyas are helpful in presenting this Mahavakya, Tattvamasi Vakya. Therefore, the teaching, the central teaching is this Aikyam, oneness, and that is conveyed by the Mahavakya. Therefore, Tattvamasi Vakyehi Tadarthana Sandhanam. Tattvamasi Vakyartha Anusandhanam Shravanam. That is the definition of Shravanam. Then what is Mananam? Yuktya Sambhavita Tattvanusandhanam. Applying logic, reasoning to remove all the doubts, the vagueness in understanding, vagueness of the Vakyam, vagueness of the understanding of the Vakyam, what is conveyed by the Mahavakyam, for which Mananam is required. Mananam is to remove the vagueness, the errors, the doubts, with regard to what has been heard in Shravanam. So therefore, Mananam. And generally, Mananam is in the form of either repeated Shravanam or in the form of asking questions and answering it. Sometimes the doubts may be there. One time, if you listen, may not be clear. Therefore, only again. And again listening, that also becomes Nididhyasana. So, it all depends. Listening to the Shastram for the first time, by which you gain knowledge, the Aikyam, the oneness, that is Shravanam. It is first time it is heard, therefore it's a knowledge with regard to which, if you don't have doubt, because Pramana is operated, with regard to which you don't have doubt, and if you're an Adhikari, then Shravanam gives you Jnanam, and therefore Jnana Palam. Only when Jnana Palam, in spite of Shravanam, only when Jnana Palam is missing or not experienced, Jnana Palam in the form of Agam Asamsari Atma, that clear vision. When that clear vision is not enjoyable, not clear, when the clear vision is Samyak Darshanam is not clear, when there is no Vijnanam, then only this Mananam Manididhyasanam. Therefore, all the three form the Jnana Yoga. So therefore, definition of Shravanam is Tattvamasi Vakyartha Anusandanam Shravanam Yuktya Sambhavita Tattva Anusandanam Mananam. Then the Tabhyam Shravana Mananabhyam Tabhyam referring to Shravana Mananabhyam. Nirvichikitse arte stapitasya chetasaha ekatha natvam nididhyasanam. So nididhyasanam is ekatha natvam nididhyasanam. Simple definition. Ekatha natvam. Ekatha natvam, the word is taken from the Yoga Sutra. Tatra pratyaya ekatha rata dhyanam iti in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Vibhuti-pada, second sutra. Vibhuti-pada is third, 3.2. The word is taken ekatha natvam, ekatha nata or ekatha natvam, taken from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So that is ekatha nata. That is nididhyasanam. Nairantaryena jnana pravaha dhyanam nididhyasanam. What is dhyanam? Dhyanam is Nairantaryena jnana pravaha. Here nididhyasanam, therefore jnana pravaha. Dhyanam, if the dhyaya vishaya is, if the dhyaya vishaya is some devata, upasana devata, then it is called upasana. Vijatiya anantarita sajatiya vritti pravagaha dhyanam, otherwise called upasanam. It is called upasana if the dhyaya vishaya is some devata or any other vastu. Can be vastu also, any object also can be meditated upon. That dhyanam will become nididhyasanam when the jnana pravaha nairantaryena, without any gap, nairantaryena jnana pravaha, that jnana is that jnanam, the knowledge for which the jnana vritti, for which the vishaya is atma, aikyam. So therefore nairantaryena ekasmin vishaye atmani, in atma, nairantaryena jnana pravagaha dhyanam nididhyasanam uchyate. And that is what it's called ekatha natvam. Ekatha natvam nididhyasanam. Ekakara vritti pravaha vatvam. That is called ekatha natvam. Tikakara says ekakara, akara form. Only one akara, one form of the vritti. If the vritti changes from one vishaya to another vishaya, it is not dhyanam. If from one vritti to another vritti, if it is within a particular vastu, object, a form, then it is called upasana. And one level above upasana, where there is ekakara vritti pravahavattam, that is where the akara is, akara is akandakara vritti. Akanda akara vritti. Akanda akara is the vritti, akara, the form. So the vritti vishaya is akanda. Akanda is akandam sachidanandam avang manasakocharam. So the vritti vishaya is akandam. It is Brahma. Khandaragitam akandam, that is Brahma. The vritti vishaya is Atma. Then it is called nididhyasanam. Ekakara vritti pravahavatvam. Pravaha means flow. Vritti pravagaha, the flow of the thoughts of Eka Akara, of only one type, Eka Akara Vritti Pravahavatvam, and that is Brahma. It is Brahma. So therefore, Ekathanatvam iti Vidyasuram was defined by the author. Then in the next shloka, let us read shloka number 55. Dhyatradhyane parityajya
ध्यातृध्याने परित्यज्य
kramadhyeyaikagocharam
क्रमाध्येयैकगोचरम्
nivatadipavachittam
निवातदीपवच्चित्तम्
samadhiravidhiyate.
समाधिरभिधीयते.
Here you can note one more thing here. Here, tabhyam nirvichikitsete chetasastapitasya yat. First line is defining dharanam. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. Pratyahara is withdrawing the sense organs. Pratyahara, having seated on the asana, the seat. Chailajana Kushottaram, what we saw in the Gita. Shucho deshe pratishtapya sthiramasanamaatmanaha natyuchitam nati nicham chailajana kushottaram tattaikagram manakritva yata chittendriya kriyaha upavishya yujyat yogam atmashuddhaye samam kaya shirogrivam dharayan nachalam sthiraha samprekshnaasikagram swam. This is Chanavalokayaniti, 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. We saw. So there, Chailajana Kushottaram, the asana, Stiram Sukham Asanam, that is the posture, and the seat on which you sit, which is made up, which is prepared, Chailajana Kusha, with this material, then that's called asanam. That is asanam, and in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, asanam is the posture. So yama, niyama, asanam, pranayama, pratyahara, then dharana. Dharanam is withholding the mind on a particular vastu, vishaya. That is dharanam. And that is what is defined in the first line of the 54th shloka. Chetasaha stapitasya. Chetasaha stapitasya. Chetasaha manasaha stapitasya. Stapitasya, placing the mind on a particular vishaya. Dharanam. Then that dharanam, when it is extended for a period of time, for a certain period of time, then it becomes dhyana. So dharana and dhyanam. So dharana and dhyanam. First line is dharanam, second line is dhyanam. Then dhyanam. Therefore, dharana, dhyana. Therefore, the next shloka, dhyatra dhyane. Dhyatra, dhyata, with the meditator, and dhyanam, the meditation. So dhyatra dhyane, dhyataram cha, dhyanam cha, dhyatra dhyane. Itretra dvanda samasa. Dhyatra dhyane. Dhyatra dhyane. It is a karma for parityajya. Tej. Karma, tej kriya, for which the karma, the object is dhyatra dhyane. So when the dhyata and dhyana are given up, the meditator and the meditation are given up. Kramat, in orderly. Dhyayaika gocharam, there is only eka gocharam, there is only one gocharam, only one thing is there. Only one thing is available for perception, which is dhyaya, dhyayam. iti ekah eva gocharaha vishayah. Gocharam is vishayah. Vishayah yasya. Tat dheyaika gocharam. Dheya eka gocharam. Ekah gocharaha vishayah. Yasya. Yasya tat kasya. That is what is called samadhi. In samadhi, there is no dhyata, there is no dhyana. When we say dhyata, dhyanam or given up is not deliberation, it resolves. Parityajya means it is not a deliberate effort, it is resolves because of the intensity, of meditation. First is dharanam. Improved version of dharanam is dhyanam, and dhyanam, when it gets established, when you become focused on the dhyaya vishaya, there dhyata, the meditator, and the dhyanam both results. That is what parityajya. Parityajya, when dhyata dhyanam goes away, then what is that? Three things are there. Dhyata, dhyanam, and dhyaya. Dhyata goes away, resolves. Dhyanam also resolves. So what is left out is dhyaya, and that is called samadhi. So dharana, dhyanam, and samadhi. Dhyanam is improved version of dharana, and samadhi is improved version of dhyanam. So samadhi. Here samadhi, where only the dhyaya vishaya alone is there, and dhyaya vishaya is atma. That is dhyaya eka gocharam. Only ekaha, only dhyaya vastu alone remains, where the dhyata and the dhyanam are resolved. So therefore, this is a definition of samadhi. The previous shloka, dharanam and dhyanam were defined. And in this shloka, samadhi is defined. So therefore, we can see from all this, the author has taken the support of Patanjali Yoga Sutra to explain this. So, what is samadhi? Dhyaya ekagocharam samadhi iti abhidiyate. Dhyaya ekagocharam samadhi. Dhyaya ekagocharam, gocharam is vishaya, the object which is available for the perception, gochara. That is called samadhi. So, it means the content of the dhyata, dhyanam, and dhyaya. Three things, now it has become one thing. It means the content of dharanam, the content of dhyata, dhyanam, and dhyaya. The content of dhyata, the content of dharana, the dhyata, dhyanam, they're absorbed in dhyaya. So the content is only one, dhyaya. The content, dhyata is resolved. Dhyanam, that also resolved. Only when dhyata is there, dhyanam is. So dhyata not there, dhyanam also not there. Only when the meditator is there is meditation. Meditator is not there, meditation also not there. What about the object of meditation? That also not there. No, that alone remains. Therefore, the content is only dhyaya, the vastu alone remains. The dhyaya vishaya alone remains. Atma alone remains. That is where the content is only dhyaya, that is called samadhi. That is called samadhi. If you take dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, all these are same, but only in the it is different only the degree of their accomplishment. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi, in all the in all these three, dhyata, dhyanam, and dhyaya, all the three are there. But only the thing is the difference in the degree, the difference in the degree of or the intensity of the dhyanam. That alone makes the difference between these three. In dharana, all the three are there. In dhyanam, all the three are there. And dhyanam is only thing is it is extended in terms of time longer. And in samadhi, when dhyanam becomes intense, dhyata and dhyana are resolved. Only dhyaya, only the object of meditation alone remains without the dhyata. Not that dhyata is gone, without the awareness of the dhyata. Dhyata is not consciously experienced. Like you experience you, in the sense experience you means you are aware of you are aware of yourself in Jagrata Avastha when you do an action. You are walking, you are aware of your walking action. Walking, the action, the walker is you. You are aware of your walking action. In Dhyanam, the meditator is not aware of the meditation because the meditator is so absorbed in Jaya, it becomes as though becomes one with. So that consciousness of meditation is not there. Here the consciousness is I'm using in the sense of the experience. Experience of meditation is not there. Therefore, only Dhyaya Vastu alone is there. So this is called Samadhi. This is called Samadhi. Therefore, Dhyata Dhyane Parityajya. First Dhyata goes away, then Dhyanam goes away. Then Dhyatra Dhyane Parityajya Kramat is in order. So therefore Dhyata. Then Dhyayaika Gocharam, therefore only Dhyaya Vastu alone is there. That is Chittam awaits in the form of Dhyaya Eka Gocharam. The meditator and the meditation, now they are resolved in the meditated. Like what? Nivata Deepavat. Nivata Deepavat. Like the Nivata. Vata means air. Nivata Deepavat. Like the lamp. Like the lamp which is steady. Not disturbed by the wind. Nivata. In Gita, it is said, Yatha Deepo Nivatasto, Engate Sopama Smrita, Yogino Yatachittasya Yunjato Yogamatmanaha. A lamp which is placed in a windless place, a lamp, it is steady. It is not disturbed by the air, the wind. So it remains steady. Similarly, the mind of the meditator is so composed, it doesn't shake, it doesn't tremble. It remains steady. So Divata Deepavata, that is the example given in the Shastram. The Deepa, the light, which is steady in the absence of the wind. So the comparison is the mind of the person is steady like the lamp, and there is no wind. There are no other thoughts. Therefore, Nivata Deepavata, the mind contemplates on the Dhyaya Vishaya without any movement. The mind is still, stillness of the mind. The mind is still with the object of meditation like a lamp, which is placed in the windless place. This is the accomplishment. So Dhyaya Ekagocharam Nivata Deepavat Chittam. So therefore no Vikalpa is there. Dhyata and Dhyanam not there. Dhyayam alone is, which is as good as, Dhyayam alone is there means, what is there? Atma. Atma alone is. Because this is Nididhyasa. Therefore Atma alone is. Satchit Ananda Atma alone is. Atma is the Vishaya for meditation. Nididhyasana, Vedantic meditation. Vastu alone is the object of meditation here. Therefore, it is the culmination of Nididhyasanam. This is the culmination of Ekathanatvam. This is the culmination of Ekakara Pravaha Vatvam. So this is the Nididhyasanam culminates in this Nengate na ingate sopama smata yata Gita told Gitayam. Therefore, Jayaika Gocharam. Vata means wind. Nivata is there is nischala, there is no chala, there is no movement, free from wind. Nivata means free from wind. Nivata stale yatha deepaha stiraha bhavati. Tadvat tadvat nididhyasana paripaka avastha. Nididhyasana paripaka avastha. Paripakwa avastha. That is what is talked about here. The sthiti, the state of the meditation here, nididhyasanam, which becomes matured, paripakwa avastha. Yata deepo nivatastaha. Nivata deepavat, that is called samadhi. So nididhyasana paripakwa avastha, what is called samadhi. In samadhi, chittam nischalam bhavati. In samadhi, chittam nischalam bhavati. What is dhyanam? That is dhyata dhyayati. Dhyata dhyayam dhyayati. That is called dhyanam. So all the three are there. Now that dhyatra dhyanam, that vedam parityajya, yada dhyaya vastu eva asti bhavati, savasta samadhihi, savata samadhihi. Therefore, samadau chittam nischalam bhavati dhyaya vishaye. And that is that avastha, samadhi avastha is nididhyasana paripakva avastha. Paripakva, seasoned, matured culmination. That is what is it? Culmination of nididhyasana. This is called the culmination of nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam culminates in this avastha, in this state. That is called samadhi avastha. That samadhi only avastha can be practiced. Abhyasa. Brahma abhyasa. Brahma abhyasa. We saw the abhyasa. The types of abhyasa. Samadhi, abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Brahma abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Two types of nididhyasanam. Samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam in the form of punah punaha shravanam. Always keeping the mind busy in shastram, in shravanam. That is samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. That is Brahma abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam is practicing these steps as given in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, sitting in a particular posture, pranayama, etc. Then meditating on the Atma, remembering the words, the Vakyas which are heard in the Shravanam, during Shravanam, what is heard, that is remembered, and it is and the meaning, and it is the meaning, and you see the meaning of those words as you, that is called Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana. So yes, Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana is talked about. Okay, therefore Samadhi. Therefore, what is Samadhi? Samadhi is that avastha where the Nididhyasanam becomes paripakva. Nididhyasana paripakva avastha is called Samadhi. Therefore, we don't define Samadhi as something where the state where you go into which you forget yourself and it is something, experience, a mystic experience, a spiritual experience. It is labeled as some spiritual experience, and therefore going into which you become free, you become muktaha. Samadhi is not a necessity. That samadhi anubhava. What in samadhi also, what is important is jnanam. An ajnani getting into samadhi, he will come out as it's ajnani only. What is important is with jnanam. So jnana preceded by jnanam, when you enter into samadhi, then you come out as jnani. Before samadhi, you are jnani only. After samadhi also you are jnani only. So what matters is jnanam. So samadhi is It's not something mystical experience. It is not some spiritual anubhava. In fact, every anubhava is spiritual only. Every anubhava, in every anubhava, Atma is. That Atma, when it is alone contemplated, when that alone becomes your object of meditation, and when the meditation becomes so intense, you forget your surroundings. That is what is called a samadhi. So therefore, that is called samadhi. Here, in terms of nididhyasanam, it is called samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Practicing samadhi, making the mind focused, dhyaya ekagocharam on the dhyaya vishaya, that is atma. That is what is called nididhyasanam. So samadhi is not a mystical experience. There is no spiritual romanticism here. It's all very practical. So therefore, no anubhava. Samadhi avastha is not one more avastha. Samadhi avastha also comes under Jagrata avastha only. We have only three avastha. Jagrata avastha, Sushupti avastha, Swapna avastha. There is no Samadhi avastha. Samadhi also comes under Jagrata avastha only. So, Samadhi avastha also comes under Jagrata avastha only. Therefore, as in the three avastha Atma is, so too within the Jagrata avastha, in Samadhi avastha also Atma is. So therefore, it is not a special avastha. Therefore, it has nothing mystic experience connected with Samadhi avastha. Because there are a lot of ideas prevailing about this Samadhi. Samadhi, Samik Adhanam, Samadhi, Chitta Samadhanam, that is called Samadhi. Chitta Samadhanam, Dhyaya Ekagocharam, that is what is called Samadhi iti abhidhiyate. So we have to come to Vedanta definition, what Samadhi is. Without Atma, without the Dhyaya Vishaya being Atma, any other Samadhi is only a Ajnana Samadhi avastha. It cannot be Jnana. It cannot be Jnana. Before Samadhi, the person is a Jnani. He has written to Shastram. He has done Mananam. So Samadhi is only to assimilate this Jnanam. To assimilate this Jnanam. So that is, Samadhi is only practice. Nididhyasanam is only to assimilate this Jnanam. And the Nididhyasanam, when it attains a stage, a paripakva avastha, that is called Samadhi. Therefore, Samadhi also is not a necessity for moksha. It is an avastha. It is a state. It is a state of the paripakva avastha of nididhyasana. So, it is not a necessity. Therefore, a person entering into Samadhi, he must have been exposed to Shastra. He must have been exposed to Shastram with regard to the Vedanta Samadhi. Whereas in other Samadhi, the person can be an Ajnani. As an Ajnani, he enters into Samadhi, and when he comes out from Samadhi, he continues to be Ajnani Samsari only. As he was before, so he was after. Some experience, as you have some experience in the Sushupti Avastha, in Swapna Avastha, similarly, Samadhi also some Avastha, Sushupti Avastha, in deep sleep state. Deep sleep state that you enjoy some, you enjoy the, you enjoy the peace, the some Ananda vritti. In Sushupti, there are two vrittis, in Sushupti Avastha. Ajnana vritti is there, and Ananda vritti also is there. Two vrittis are there in Sushupti. That is why, after you get up, you say, Agam kimapi na janami. Kimapi agam na janami. That is Ajnana vritti. Maya sukhena nidra anubhuyate. I slept happily. Yeah, we saw in Tattvabodha. These two stands for Ajnana vritti. Agam kimapi na janami. Ajnana vritti. Maya sukhena nidra anubhuyate. Ananda vritti. These two vrittis are there. Whereas the same vritti will continue even for Ajnani who enters into Samadhi. By some practice, by some Hatha Yoga or something he does, therefore, by which he enters into Samadhi, he will come out from samadhi as an ajnani only. Whereas for a Vedanti, who enters into samadhi as a jnani, he comes out as a jnani only, with the conviction in the jnana, the conviction in the jnana. There also Ananda Vritti is there for this, and the Ananda Vritti is the Ananda Vritti. Agam not kimapi janami. Agam Brahma iti. That jnanam is there. Ananda is there. Ananda Vritti. So therefore, and Ekakara Vritti and Ekakara is Akhandakara. Brahma is a Vritti. The content of the Vritti. Therefore, that Brahma Aham Asmiti iti jnanam. Therefore, Ananda. That Vritti is there in Samadhi for a jnani. Therefore, there is a difference between these two people, Jnani and Ajnani. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to tell a story. A person entered into a samadhi. He fell down while walking. Something happened to that person. Then he lost consciousness. He entered into deep samadhi. He didn't wake up for many years. One day he woke up. One day he woke up and waking up, he asked this question: where are my goats? Because many years before, he was walking on the field looking for his goats. He fell down. Something hit him and he entered into samadhi. Now, after he came out, asking for where are my goats? So the same person continues. There is no change in the person. Therefore, samadhi is not a necessity. Iti. Okay. So therefore, samadhi is paripakva avastha, nididhyasanam. That is what samadhi is all about. So what is important is nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam for simulating the jnanam. It is to have conviction in this jnanam that Brahma Akamasmi iti. That is called Nididhyasanam, and Paripakva Avastha is Samadhi. It's called. Now let us read the Tika. Tasyaiva Nididhyasanasya Paripaka Dasharupam Samadhim Aha. Paripakva, Paripaka. Well cooked, seasoned, matured, saturated. That is the meaning Paripaka. Paripaka Avastha, Paripaka Dasha. Condition, state of paripaka, of nididhyasanam. It's called samadhi. Samadhim aga. That is why I said nididhyasana paripakva avastha samadhihi. Dhyayaika gochara avastha samadhihi. Nivata deepavat chittam yatha dhyayaika gocharam bhavati sa avastha samadhihi. That is what samadhi is. Therefore, dhyatar dhyane iti nididhyasane tavat. Therefore, nididhyasanam dhyata dhyanam dhyayam cha iti tritayam. That's called triputi. Tritayam bhasate. Triputi. Three things are there. Dhyata dhyanam dhyaya. Bhaktaha Bhagavan bhakti. So dhyata dhyanam dhyaya. Tritayam bhasate. Three things are there in nididhyasanam. Tatra is tasmin nididhyasane or tasyam avasthayam nididhyasana pakva avastha, that is samadhi avasthayam. What happens? Chittam abhyasa vashena, because of abhyasa, practice. What is the practice? Here the practice is recollecting the teachings of the Shastra. Therefore, Shravanam is done already. Otherwise, recollection not possible. So Shravanam precedes nididhyasana. Therefore, abhyasa vashena dhyatra dhyane, that is dhyataram dhyanam cha dhyatra dhyane, itareta dvandva samasa. Kramat, in order. First is dhyata goes away and dhyanam goes away. Kramat parityajya. It is not forcibly given up. It goes away. It drops. Like how you get into the sleep. When you go to the sleep, you're that's waking, that outside consciousness. It is dropped. Slowly you are absorbed in sleep. Similarly, Kramat parityajya, it is given up. So therefore, it is happens naturally. Parityajya, when the meditation becomes intense. Parityajya, dhyayeka gocharam, dhyayam ekam. Dhyayam is dhyayadatu yat pratyaya, that which is meditated upon. Dhyayam. So dhyayam ekam eva gocharaha. The dhyayam, the object of meditation, that is Atma here, Nididhyasanam. In Nididhyasanam, it is Atma. Therefore, that alone is Gocharaha Vishayaha Yasya Tat Tathavidam Bhavati. There will be only one Vishaya, which is a Dhyaya which is a Dhyayam. Dhyaya Vishaya is only one. Yasya Tat Tathavidam. That person that becomes that alone Tathavidam Bhavati. Yasya Tat Tathavidam Bhavati. Only Dhyaya Vishaya is there, that becomes the content of that avastha. Tada samadhihi iti uchyate. That is called samadhihi. So, nididhyasanam, dhyata dhyanam, and dhyaya was there. And when the nididhyasana becomes intense, dhyata and dhyanam are given up. Then that nididhyasanam, where only dhyaya vishaya alone is there, the content alone is there, the Atma alone is there, that is called samadhi. Tada samadhi iti uchyate. Tada drishtantaha. The drishtanta, one udaranam also is given. What? Nivata iti, nivate iti, vayu ragite. Nivata iti is vayu ragite. Nivate, vayu ragite, absence of vayu, free from air. Vayu pradeshe, vayu ragite pradeshe, vartamanaha deepaha, the deepa, the lamp which is placed in the windless place, yata nischalaha bhavati, tadvati ityartaha. Like that, this person is, that is samadhi avastha iti. So, samadhi. So therefore, in dharanam, dhyanam and samadhi, the only difference in the degree of the focus. The degree in accomplishment of the focus, the intensity of the focus, the meditation, focus of the mind, that differs. That only makes up. That only accounts for the difference in dharanam, dhyanam, and samadhi. The mind abides in the dhyaya vastu effortlessly in samadhi. In dhyanam, in dharana, dhyana, effort is involved. You have to bring the mind back to the vishaya, dhyaya vishaya. Mind tends to go out. Paranchikani. Indriya goes out. Similarly, mind also goes out with the Indriya. Vitanat swayambhuhu. Therefore, you have to deliberately bring the mind again back to the object of meditation. Whereas in samadhi, that effort is not there. Effort implies the one who makes effort, dhyata. Dhyata is resolved. Therefore, the mind absorbs. The mind is absorbed in the Dhyaya Vishaya. The mind abides in the Dhyaya Vishaya effortlessly. There is no effort. That is an accomplishment, samadhi. In the case of yogis, the object is different. Dhyaya Vastu is different. That's why they have many Atmas. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it's a Yoga Darshana. For them, Atmas are many. Therefore, they don't have the knowledge of Advaita Atma. Therefore, samadhi will not produce any conviction in that knowledge, in Advaita Atma, because they don't know what Atma is. They have not done Shravanam. They have not been exposed to the Pramanam. So, therefore, since the object of meditation is different means they are Ajnani only. An Ajnani goes into Samadhi and comes out as Samadhi only, because they have not been exposed to Pramanam. No Pramanam, therefore no knowledge of Atma. Therefore, that Samadhi is, we don't accept that Samadhi as the highest state, or it is Nirvikalpa, or it is the Advaita Avastha, Advaita Jnanam, doesn't take place by Samadhi. Then it may be Nirvikalpa Avastha, but it is not, there is no Jnanam involved in it. Therefore, it is that Samadhi is is as good as a slumber. Only when the person who has been exposed to Shastra enters into Samadhi, and if he meditates on the Atma, goes into Samadhi, by Samadhi and Samadhi Abhyasa practices it does, then only you can say that person Jnana Avastha. Otherwise, it's only Ajnana Avastha. Samadhi Avastha is otherwise Ajnana Avastha only. Like Sushupti Avastha, it is Ajnana Avastha. Therefore, Shavana Mananabhyam Nirvichikitserte Tabhyam Samadhi is attained. One who has done Shravanam, that is why the previous sloka Acharya has said Tabhyam. Otherwise, why Tabhyam? Shavana Mananabhyam, the definition of, in the definition here, Tabhyam Nirvichikitserte. Tabhyam is not required. Tabhyam means Shavana Mananabhyam Nirvichikitserte Tabhyam. Ekatanatvam nididhyasanam, and nididhyasana paripakva nididhyasana avastha is samadhi. Therefore, one who has done shravanam, mananam alone is adhikari for nididhyasanam, and nididhyasana, when it becomes matured, it is called samadhi. So therefore, preceded by shravanam and mananam. First nididhyasanam, and therefore for samadhi. Therefore, dhyana dhyatra kramat parityajya, due to repeated practice, what happens? Dhyaya eka gocharam bhavati. That is Dhyaya for us is Atma. That alone remains. Dhyana and Dhyata are resolved. Therefore, that avastha is Samadhi. It is like an undisturbed lamp. That Samadhi avastha is. Now, when Chittam is absorbed, when mind is absorbed in Dhyaya Vishaya, then Dhyanam and Dhyata are not there. Then a doubt comes. Now, the objection is raised. That is, for whom is this cognition? For whom is this cognition? Only Dhyaya Vritti, Dhyayam alone is there. In the Samadhi, only Dhyaya Vastu is, no Dhyata and no Dhyanam. When no Dhyata, then no Vritti is possible. Then how do you know there is Dhyaya Eka Gocharam? All the three are necessary. Dhyata, Dhyanam and Dhyaya, Triputi. If Dhyata and Dhyanam are not there, and they are resolved as though in Dhyaya Vastu. So, since no Vritti is there to recognize Dhyaya Vastu, then how will you know that Dhyaya Vastu alone remains? See, for any knowledge, you need the three. Dhyata should be there. Then Dhyayam should, for anything, any perception. For any perception, Jnata, Jnanam, Jnata, and Jnaya. Three things are required. Knower, knowledge, and the known. Three things are required. Then only it is Jnanam is possible. Jnanam of the Jnata with regard to the Jnaya. Similarly, Dhyanam of the Dhyata, and Dhyata is therefore Dhyaya is there. So Dhyaya is for a Dhyata. When Dhyata itself is not there, and you say Dhyaya alone is there, then how do you know Dhyaya alone is there, Dhyaya Vastu is there? Because no Vritti is there. Since no Vritti is there to recognize Dhyaya Vastu, then how will you know? To objectify the experience of Samadhi, Anubhava is there. Experience is there in Samadhi. Like in Sushupti Avastha, you have experience. You may not have the experience of Sushupti Avastha in Sushupti. But after you wake up from the sleep, you recall the experience of Sushupti. Therefore, there is experience in Sushupti. In deep sleep state, there is experience. You are not aware of that experience. If you are aware of that, then it is not sleep. Similarly, Samadhi also, there is Anubhava. Samadhi also, it is Avastha, it's also Jagrata Avastha only. Therefore, to objectify the experience of Samadhi, Vritti is required. So, therefore, how do you say how do you know there is Dhyaya Eka Gocharam? Because Dhyaya Eka Gocharam, when you say, then means Dhyata also it is there. Dhyaya Eka Gocharam, when you say, Dhyata also must be there. For whom this Dhyaya Vastu, that Vritti is there, the question will come. So, that is what is going to be answered in the The next shloka. That is, in that samadhi, that is the vritti with regard to dhyata, dhyatra vritti and dhyana vritti. They are not completely eliminated. They don't go away completely. They are not completely not there. They are so subtle, and it is as though not there. As though not there. Therefore, they are ati sukshmam. That dhyata and dhyanam become ati sukshmam. So that is what is said in the next shloka. Let us read 56. Vrittayastu tadhanim tada. Okay, this is just have to chant in a different way. Vrittayastu tadhanima jnata apyatma gocharaha.
वृत्तयस्तु
वृत्तयस्तु तदन्यज्ञाताप्यात्मगोचराः
Maranadhanumiyante vrittitasya samutthitaat.
स्मरणादनुमीयन्ते
स्मरणादनुमीयन्ते
तस्य समुत्थितात्
So vrittayastu atma gocharaha tadanim asti. Vrittayastu atma gocharaha vrittayaha santi. Ajnataha not recognized. Ati sukshmatvat. Tadanim ajnata. That is, I will explain and then we can see the shloka. Dhyaya eka gocharam, when we say that mind, chittam was in the state of dhyaya eka gocharam, completely absorbed. The mind is absorbed in the dhyaya vishaya. How do you know that the chittam is completely absorbed in dhyaya eka gocharam, in the dhyaya vastu, dhyaya vishaya? Do you know it in samadhi, or do you know it after samadhi, coming out of samadhi? If you know it in samadhi that your mind is completely absorbed in dhyaya vishaya, then you are there, and dhyayam is there, and therefore dhyanam also it is there. All the three are there. Then it is dhyata, dhyanam, and dhyayat. All the three are there. Then it is not samadhi. Dhyatra dhyane parityajya. Dhyatra dhyane parityajya dhyayaika gocharam samadhi. That is what samadhi is defined. So therefore, that dhyayika gocharam is recognition of dhyayika gocharam, dhyaya eka gocharam. That is, only one vishaya is there, and that vishaya is dhyaya vishaya, the dhyana vishaya, atma alone, that you recognize after coming out of samadhi. It is recognized after coming out of samadhi. So, what is a pramanam? You may ask, what is a pramanam? How do you say that in the samadhi avastha is dead, as though dead to everything except dhyaya vishaya? Only dhyaya vishaya alone is there. There is nothing else other than dhyaya vishaya for it. How do you say that? What is a pramanam, if you ask? It is just exactly like in sleep. In sleep, what happens? In sleep, there is no experience, but there is remembrance of sleep. Remembrance of the experience of sleep. When? After you wake up. Ya smritihi sa anubhava purvika. Smriti, remembrance. Remembrance of the previous experience. Remembrance of the sleep experience. The previous anubhava purvika is the smriti. Remembrance is preceded by the previous anubhava, that is sushupti anubhava. Remembrance of the experience of sleep is remembrance of the experience of the sleep. That means after you wake up from sleep. The sleep is remembered after the sleep anubhava is remembered after you wake up. Therefore, there must be anubhava. There must be some anubhava in the sushupti avastha that you may not know in sushupti, but it is remembered after you wake up. So remembrance, when you say, it must be preceded by anubhava. So ya smritihi sa anubhava purvika bhavati. This is simple logic. Ya smritihi, whatever you remember, that must be preceded by anubhava, experience before. That which you have not experienced, that you cannot remember. The ananda, what you experience in sleep, you remember because of the remembrance, you know that there is ananda in sushupti. That is a pramanam. What else pramanam is required? Similarly, as ajnana vritti is experienced in sleep, ananda vritti is experienced in sleep. For that, smriti is a pramanam. Remembrance is a pramanam. For that, remembrance is the pramanam. Similarly, coming out of samadhi, he remembers, but the only difference is his experience is not like that of the sleep. For a person who comes out from sleep is ignorant. But here, Dhyayika Gocharam, Jnanavritti is his experience, not Ajnanavritti is experience. Ajnanavritti is experience of the sleeper, the who wakes up, for the waker who wakes up from sleep. Whereas for this person who has come out from samadhi, for him, Jnanavritti is his experience. His experience is Jnanavritti. Therefore, like Sushupti Avastha, unlike Sushupti Avastha. Like Sushupti Avastha, Samadhi Avastha also, this person who had entered into Samadhi, in Samadhi Avastha, like in Sushupti Avastha, there is no, and there is no experience in that, but there is experience, remembrance of the experience is there, like sleep. So, like sleep at the same time, unlike sleep. Unlike, because the vritti is different. In Sushupti Avastha, it is Ajnana vritti, whereas here is Jnana vritti. That is why Jnana vritti is that's why we don't put this under Sushupti Avastha. It is Jagrata Avastha, because Jnanam happens only in Jagrata Avastha, not in any other Avastha. So, Jnana vritti. Jnanam, the knowledge, the vritti is only in Jagrata Avastha. So, Jnana vritti is his anubhava. Jnana vritti is anubhava. That is what he recalls after from Samadhi, like sleep. And that he says, Dhyaya alone was there. Dhyaya Vastu alone was there. Atma is the Dhyaya Vastu for us. Vedantins, therefore, that one Satchit Ananda Brahma, Atma alone was there. Was there means it is there. Is there nothing else? That is the Dhyaya. That is the Jnanavritti. That Jnanavritti was there in Samadhi. Aham Brahmasmi. Therefore, it is not just word. He had his Anubhuti, knowledge of that very clearly in Samadhi. After coming out Samadhi also, he has that knowledge. So, therefore, Samadhi, therefore, for this knowledge, not that he gets special knowledge in Samadhi. The same knowledge he carries with the knowledge, same knowledge which he goes into Samadhi, the same knowledge which comes back. Therefore, that Aham Brahmasmi that is the knowledge, that is the Jnanam. In Samadhi Avastha, that Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahma, that alone remains, nothing else remains. Therefore, for the onlooker, it may be looking as though this person has got a special experience, enjoying some anubhava. What is there is non-duality. Whether it is whether the person is acting in the world, doing vyavahara in the world, or completely absorbed in himself. The vision is clear. That's only Advaita Atma alone. Therefore, this vyavahara, the subject of the duality is there. That doesn't make any dent in the jnanam of this jnani. In Samadhi, there is no subject object. Subject object not there, therefore only Atma is. In Vyavahara also, subject object it deals with, but it is Mithya. Therefore Atma is. Therefore Atma alone is. Therefore it's Advaita Atma is its Anubhuti all the time. And Samadhi, it is that alone is. because there are no objects to handle. That's only the difference. So in the vision of Jnani, there is no difference. It is only Advaita Atma, that is Atmanubhuti. And Atma is myself, Aparokshanubhuti. That is what is called Aparokshanubhuti. So therefore, even though the other vrittis, that is, there is the Jata and Dhyanam are not there, but they are in the form of this. The Jata not there, it is, we say, but it is Sukshma. Jata is there, but not experienced in Samadhi. Not experienced in Samadhi. And Dhyata, when he comes out from Samadhi, Dhyata remembers. Now he's not a Dhyata, now he is a person who recalls. Dhyata was there, that Dhyata remembers that there was only Jayavastu, only Atma alone was. Without Dhyata, the knower, without being the knower, the known alone was there, that he recalls after Samadhi. That is called recollection of the Samadhi Anubhava, Atma Anubhava. Therefore, whether it is with eyes open or eyes closed, for Jnani, it is that what is there is only Advaita Atma. So the Samadhi doesn't produce any new Jnanam. The Jnanam which was there before, it is that alone he sees, that alone he recognizes in deep meditation, meditative state. That is what Samadhi is about. So this is what is Samadhi is. So Samadhi, therefore, it is Advaita Avastha. Samadhi is Advaita Avastha. What about the Jagrata Avastha? That is also Advaita Avastha only for Jnana. Therefore, there is only one Avastha, Advaita Avastha for Jnana. Samadhi Avastha is Advaita Avastha. And when it comes to wake up, when he wakes up, when it comes to waking world, then Advaita Avastha, that is for Ajnani. Ajnani experiences Dvaitam in Vyavahara and Advaitam in Samadhi, then that is not Jnanam. That is not Jnanam. Jnani who has Advaita vision in Vyavahara, goes into Samadhi, enjoys the same vision, and comes out from Samadhi, again he enjoys same vision. That is what, that Avastha is what is called Advaita Avastha. So the difference between Advaita Avastha and Dvaita Avastha is the difference between Moksha and Samsara. Moksha and Samsara. Therefore, Ajnani getting into Samadhi comes out as Ajnanam. He is a Samsari, continues to be a Samsari. Whereas Ajnani, because of his Abhyasa, the practice, enters into deep meditative state and enjoys the state. And being a Jnani, he comes out as Jnani only. Therefore, there is no difference in this Jnana Avastha. That is called Samadhi. So therefore Samadhi is it's a requisite for moksha or not? No, we don't accept the Samadhi is indispensable for moksha. It is a state. It is a avastha only. Avastha eva. Why we say this is, there are some opinions, some views that Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi is indispensable for moksha. People practice the Samadhi Avastha for to have that Anubhava, a special Anubhava. But Anubhava is, any Anubhava is Mithya, because Dvaitam, the experiencer experienced on the object of experience. Triputi is there, Veda is there. That is resolves only in Jnana. So therefore, Samadhi is not a requisite for moksha. For moksha, what is required is Jnana. Therefore, if you see the flow, everything is connected with, everything is from this, starts from Shravanam, connected with knowledge. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana, then Samadhi. This is how we interpret. This is how Vedantis, we interpret this samadhi, our interpretation of samadhi. If you listen to the interpretation of samadhi by yogis, Patanjali yogi and other, that would be different. That would be different, and it is ajnana avastha only. It is ajnanam only. There is no jnanam. Okay, we'll say this shloka further, the meaning in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ವಿಶ್ವರಕ್ಷ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.